On death row, whenever any of the boys get escorted anywhere, the guards all yell, "Dead man walking." Every gun in the joint gets cocked. Shoot, shoot. Everyone stops what they're doing to grab a piece of the wall and they let the man pass. You know why? 'Cause he could slit your throat. And all they could do was shoot him. And so what? He's already dead. That's me, Jack. That's how I feel all the time. Oh yeah, this is for you. It's a souvenir from the creepy crawly zoo. You gotta respect who I am, Jack. What I bring to this little relationship. See, I'm crazy, Jack. I am the dead man walking.
You're an idiot.
Sounds spooked there, Jack.
The Hatchet Man reads a gruesome calling card, scrawled on a trunk in bloody font. A man passing by on his way from business abroad reads this message and presses down on the gas just a little harder. He's not taking any passengers on this ride, leaving a stranger in the dust. Unfortunately, for the man, life catches up to you sooner or later, and the hitcher crosses his path again. But is that life that caught up to him, or is it the other one? The drifter reveals he knows more about the man than the man would like the public knowing, and convinces him to let him ride shotgun. The two set out down a road of suspicion, paranoia, and violence. Along the way, almost anyone they meet ends up making last stops on that highway of life. Or is it the other one? Just who is this drifter, and why does he seem so sure that this business trip the man was on wasn't business as usual? Hey, I'll pay for the gas money if the trip is as good as the premise. 1995's The Nature of the Beast, a meandering thriller that runs on desert roads similar to those found in much more competent movies with desert dangers like Duel or The Hitcher. There are many clues that this movie isn't going to be too great, such as the fact that the movie was only released directly to video in 1995, a sign that the movie was not good enough for theaters, had a hard time being released, along with other signs that this trip isn't going to be too pleasant in the entertaining movie sort of way. That all said, the main problem with the movie is, unfortunately, its biggest drawing point: the actors. They both do an alright job. It would surely have been worse with lesser actors, but it could have gone a lot farther based on just who is seated behind the driver's wheel. We have Eric Roberts, a repeated Golden Globes nominated and Academy Award nominated actor, and Lance Henriksen, who is, of course, everyone's favorite, Lance Henriksen. While Eric Roberts does a credible job as a sleazy madman, giving the most interesting dialogue in the movie,
that hole, it can't be filled. We pretend because no one's got the balls to live with the truth. The truth being that inside that hole, Jack, is what we really are. Nothingness. Just a need, Jack. The truth that we ain't any more noble than we are knowable. And every dark place in us, every rabid fucking impulse we have is just the nature of the beast.
including moments where the actors say the name of the title, that thing that's kind of weird when they say the nature of the beast, and you're like, oh, that's the name of the movie. Lance appears to be playing Bishop the android, though. He has no real reactions to anything. His acting is as dull as the interstate hotel room that parts of the movie take place in. Lance delivers some real zingers eventually, but they come about 75 minutes into an 80-minute road trip that Henriksen appears to have spent asleep behind the wheel. Further, the movie's overall story, it's not satisfying. This is one of those movies where expectations are everything, and the film hopes to catch you off guard like a turkey vulture eating at the roadside buffet in front of a car going, 100 miles per hour. That's what they want you to feel like with a twist that happens in this movie, but I at least was too swift to be caught unaware. What's worse, the movie's revelations are the sort where, once revealed, if you spend 1 second wondering about the implications and about what you saw before, you're going to find so many holes in the plot, more than a tire running over a toolbox that fell on the road. That said, there are some decent touches here and there, like candles blowing out mysteriously as the drifter runs back to a van, which is a nice effect in the scene. And the dialogue from Eric Roberts can be interesting, if not really as impactful as the makers would have liked. Still, I hope for more. I note the director Salva, a notorious child molester and pedophile, has made better road trip horror movies like Jeepers Creepers. He should have kept his eyes on the road on this one, but who knows, maybe they passed way too many Boy Scout jamborees on the way there. If you boycott people like this, I wanted to let you know that he made this movie, so you can proudly avoid this one and not have missed anything important. I give Nature of the Beast 2 bags of gila monsters out of 5. Sometimes a movie can have great actors, interesting moments, an intriguing title, and any other number of small things that can make a movie work as a piece of entertainment. And yet, the overall creature the elements have conspired to create is deformed, rough and slouching, wandering off into the distance, rather than towards anywhere interesting. I guess that's just the nature of the beast.
All of these things are designed to frighten a monkey.